Hi, how are you? My name is Arid. Welcome to my channel. As always, don't forget to like, comment and share this video. So the topic we're looking at today is all about networking, because we know developing and maintaining our professional networks at any stage of our career is important. And I used to hate it with a passion. I hate talking to people that I didn't know. Found it really hard. So I thought I would share some tips that really helped me turn something that I hated into something that I actually thoroughly, sincerely enjoy. So first thing, it's not about selling. Networking is not about selling. And most people, if you're like me, do not like being sold to, but therefore can sometimes find it difficult to sell themselves. But people buy into people. So, and that's what I love about networking, is that it is about building relationships with individuals who you can help, and then they can help you too. So if you focus on the relationship aspect of it rather than I have to sell, trust me, it puts your mind at ease and enables you to do a little bit better. So it's not about selling. The second thing I've learned about networking, and this was like a really big game changer for me actually, is that the headline is you reap what you sow. Now, one of my favorite scriptures is give and it will be given to you in good measure, pressed down, rolling over. The way in which the measure you use to give to others is how it will be given back to you. Words to that effect. Anyway, I picked up on that and started to apply that scripture to networking. So what I do is I think about, when I go into a networking event, I think about how can I help at least 2 or 3 people in this room either improve their careers, if I'm in a room that's about careers, or help somebody develop or grow their business. How can I help them? Because when you connect to one people, you connect to their entire network and vice versa. So, and it doesn't have to be a huge help. Do you get me? So I might have had a conversation with, say, party A over here, and then I have another conversation with party B over here, and I realize that actually in talking to party B, they really need to talk to party A. So I will bring them around and introduce them. It might well be that there's an entrepreneur that is struggling with accounts or struggling with something, and there is a resource that I use that has been super helpful. I'll recommend it. It could well be that I know somebody in my network is looking for a particular service. I've just met someone at an event who provides it, so I connect them. And that's it. So, but I go in there with the intention deliberately of helping a number of individuals. And trust me, as day follows night, I have always had somebody help me too. I've always had somebody refer a client or a new opportunity to me. Because truly, if you reach out, and I say this not in a calculated way, because I genuinely do like helping people anyway, so this feeds into me naturally, is that when you truly help someone, they remember you for good, and you want people to remember you for good, and so they feel like they want to help you too, and you create that as an atmosphere around yourself, so that that's what they are tapping into and what you then receive back from them. So think about networking as how can you help people rather than I've got to sell to them. Okay. And the third thing that worked for me was was to improve my chat up line. So check your chat up line. Now, for those of you who are single, you know that a good chat up line with a smile that makes you laugh can open up the door to a longer conversation. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you got to go around and start chatting people up. I'm not saying that at all. But have a good open liner, because sometimes one of my fears around networking was being able to like literally go up to a group of people who are already talking, and it's like, what have I got to say? How am I going to, shimmy in there? Do I just hover on the outside, or how do I get in the game? Well, I just say, and you can use this one line too, and I practiced many before I got to this one, is, can I gate crash your party? That's it. So there's 2 or 3 people talking. That is what I say. And trust me, people always say, yes, of course. And that's because you're there to network, you're there to connect, you're there to build relationships, and no one's going to leave you outside in the cold. So they bring you in, and that's how you start the conversation. If it's just one person, because for me, if I feel comfortable, I'm more likely to be able to have a conversation with you. And I think too, if you feel comfortable, you feel the same way. So if it's just one person that I can see, then I'll just go up to them and I might compliment them on a piece of jewelry or shoes or whatever that I actually think, oh, that's nice. And I tell them, because then we start to have a conversation about the thing, and that then releases the pressure to start to sell and start talking about yourself. And talking about yourself therefore becomes more organic, and it doesn't feel like you're on stage, as it were. So you can use my opening lines if you want, but check what it is that you say, that icebreaker. And the fourth thing is to keep it simple. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, one of the most popular questions, and it has to be because it's a networking event, at a networking event, is what do you do? And I used to find it hard to explain what I did in one sentence, because and I know others feel the same, because when I've asked people what they do and then they start talking about their technology, their platform, and my mind just goes off on one. So you have to start. So what helped me was a technique that I learned from a marketing expert, Howard Kingston, and he suggested, and I think he got this from someone else, he suggested in one sentence, with that sentence starting I help, you then summarize what you do or the impact of what you do, and specifically your audience. So for me, mine would be, okay, so I work in recruitment and career development. So my one line is, I help employees increase their earning potential in careers they enjoy. If you're working, say, in marketing, as Howard does, then your one line could be, I help entrepreneurs and marketers get more customers, if that indeed is what you do. But ultimately, what those statements create is curiosity in the person you're speaking to. So they want to know how. How do you do that? How do you help employees make more money? Do you know? So, and then you start to have a conversation much more, and when you're having that conversation, don't forget to be asking questions as well of the person that you're talking to, because conversations are a two-way thing. It's not about you then being given license to go and start to spew everything out that you do. You say how you do it. You may say why you do it, and then you start to ask questions of the person that you're speaking to, so you can learn more to see where there's a connection between what you do and where they are at. And of course, you have to change your I help to whatever environment you're in. So if, for example, you're in an automobile conference for people who work in the motor industry, then you might say, I help automotive companies and marketers get more customers. Do you see what I mean? So you make it more specific to the environment that you're in, but you keep it succinct, you keep it simple. So those are my kind of 4 key tips. But what I also did is that, and this is like practice makes perfect, so this could be the 5th tip or the summary, however you want to take it, is that what I did was I started to go to events in environments that I felt more comfortable. So I like film, so I'd go to film events and network, because if you go to a film like a Q&A, for example, where you watch the movie and then there's a Q&A afterwards and you network, you're all talking about the same film. So it's easy to have a conversation then, and easy to practice some of these tips and transfer them into a professional environment or professional networking event. But ultimately, the more you think you can do it, and the more you think this is just about relationships, it's not about direct selling, trust me, the more relaxed you become, and the more you're hungry to learn and to meet new people, to learn about them, to build your connections. And trust me, the more successful you will have in terms of if it's more business that you want, or if it's new kind of career opportunities, that they'll definitely come your way. That I can guarantee, because that has happened to me. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. As always, click on the link below for details of Diva, and don't forget to direct message me with any questions you want to see covered in a video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon, and I thank you as always for tuning in. Bye bye.